These are the few absolute must not haves in your Airbnb at any point. The first one is a surveillance device as a camera, microphone in private spaces. You should not have any kind of interior camera in your property, be it a living space or any other space. If you have, just remove them. Don't even leave the device there, just remove the device. Airbnb is super strict about these things. If the guest complains that there is a camera, even if it is working or not, they won't give you a chance to even explain and share your side of the story. They will simply block you from the platform straight away, and they won't hesitate in canceling hundreds of your future bookings. Make sure there is no internal camera or even hint of a camera in your property. It's okay to have some exterior cameras if you have an entry door camera, or if you have exterior cameras pointing outwards purely for security reasons, which is okay. But make sure even those cameras are clearly defined on your listing. On your Airbnb listing, there is a section where you can define the cameras, where they are, what they do, and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you correctly and accurately populate the surveillance devices on your listing. People, when they are booking your property, they should be able to clearly see where the cameras are and what they are for. And at no point you should have any kind of interior camera capturing any kind of sound or noise or picture of the guest. And the next one is a weapon on the property. There should not be any kind of weapon, even if it is a decorative sword or something like that. If there is any, just remove it, store it. You do not want to get into any kind of trouble. People come with kids and all that stuff. It can make things complicated unnecessarily. And the next one is undeclared pets. You should not have any kind of pet which you have not told the guest about. For example, I remember I used to help manage someone a property. It was a big farmhouse, and the gentleman didn't tell me that at the end of the farmhouse, they had a small yard where they were keeping dogs and chickens and that kind of stuff. It is a strict no-no. If there is any pet at your property, you need to clearly declare it. Airbnb, again, will not listen if the guest reports any undeclared pets at the property. And the next is bed bugs or insects. If you have any of these problems, if you have any kind of an infestation or bugs in the property, make sure you do the corrective action before the guest starts coming to your property. Airbnb is again super strict. If the guest complains about these things, they will not listen to you. They will just ask you to get a professional treatment done and move the guest somewhere else while you get all those professional checks and things in place. So make sure your property does not have these kind of problems. And the last one is loud noises, such as a construction or traffic noise in the sleeping area. People should be able to have a quiet night's sleep. If your property has these kind of a problem, if it is in a busy area, the first thing you can do is make sure you clearly describe this kind of a problem in your property listing. So when people are booking, they are aware of the noise levels in your property. Something like, this is what I do. I have a property which is in a very noisy area. And what I do is I write the first line on my property description says, this property is in a noisy street. If you are a light sleeper or traveling with kids, please do not book this property because it can get noisy, especially on the weekend nights. That's me done with that. If someone still wants to book it, they cannot complain. But make sure you describe these kind of imperfections in your property to the guest in your advertisement so they are aware of it when they are making the reservation. Please make sure you have gone through all these things, and trust me, you do not want to deal with any of these problems because it is a nightmare. Airbnb can remove you from the platform if any of these things happen even once.